Hello there, and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, Satisfactory. Welcome back to our modded playthrough. Yes, been pretty good. There's some changes over there I made. But yeah. So first thing I would like to do is welcome all the new subscribers that we got going on. We got a few more. It's working out. It is going there, getting it going. So welcome. Hope you decide to stay. As well as, I'd like to start off by saying that the next few videos, including this one, all the way through to the weekend, are all going to be pre-recorded. They're not going to be recorded on the day of or day before. They're going to be all recorded at once because we got Thanksgiving coming up, and we need to spend time with the family and all that good stuff. So we need to be recording a bunch today. So I'm going to be recording all the rest of the episodes for the rest of the week today for Satisfactory and Dyson Sphere program. So yeah, and like I've said before, if you have if you comment on anything, um, uh, anything that has to do with the video or whatever, um, please timestamp it down below because beyond this episode, I'm not going to remember what I've said or whatever. So, yeah, if you'd like to, go ahead and comment down below and please timestamp it if you wish. You don't have to, but if you wish, you can timestamp that, and then I can get back to you later because it's going to be a very very busy rest of the week. But anyway, um, yeah. So this is a modded playthrough. If you're new here and you want to know or you've forgotten and you want to know what the mods I play with, because like I said, this is a modded playthrough. If you want to know those mods, those are down in the description section of the video. So, along with the mod authors and the link to download and install um, SSM, which is Satisfactory Mod Manager, and it works exactly like Steam. So you can go ahead and do that, and it works really easily because it works exactly like the Steam Workshop. Keeps all the mods up to date, and you can go through the mod manager and download and install mods directly through the mod manager without having to go to a website. So once it's installed, you can just it'll download and install the the mod version. Sometimes there's a few. Um, install the exact mod version you need. It'll install the exact Satisfactory Mod Manager version you need for the game. It keeps track of all that, and it keeps mods up to date, and lets you know when there's updates. So you can just click a button, and boom, it starts updating all your mods. So perfect. Anyway, um, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this episode. So yeah, I made clearly by just looking at this, I made a few changes um, to I made a few changes to the to our city here. Um, I've actually spent several hours between the last episode and this episode. I spent many hours. Um, I've been really busy on this save here, as you can no doubt see. There's quite a few changes in here. Let's go pop down. So one of the first changes is this new ramp here. So I got this new ramp that goes up here because we're going to need to go up and over that train station over there. So I thought I would just ramp up. Plus we have some rocks and stuff that might be in the way. So we'll just ramp up and go up like that and meet those rocks and things like that. So shouldn't be too bad. The second change I want to go to is the change with the trains. I've been having some issue with train pathing lately. I'm guessing it has to do with mods. Every now and again, I'll lose power to the base, as per our usual. I usually do for one of those an episode at least or every other episode, I am due to lose power. I didn't lose any health there. Nice. And the train sometimes won't repath again because it has power. It'll like lose its pathing if it sits too long, and then the train will just sit there and block up the other train. It happens with the copper train for some reason. Can I get up here, please? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, the first change, or the second change, I already showed you the first change. Said I've been at this for hours and hours and hours. This game has yet to be turned off between yesterday and today. Just because I wanted to make a bunch of progress, so there's that. Damn headset wants to fall off my head again. So yeah, I've fully enclosed this as well. As you can see, we've got, so that goes all the way down there now. And now the trains are fully enclosed into a train tunnel, which is really nice. See if it goes all the way down here. Now down at the bottom here is not enclosed yet, but I did enclose all of this. Which this actually is starting to shape up pretty nicely. So yeah, I kind of cut out for train signals down here because this was kind of important to have the train signal be seen, I guess. Because it's an intersection, but I guess it doesn't matter. The trains can see them, whether or not it doesn't care. So yeah, I went ahead and started enclosing that. I also doubled up on this foundation here on the edge. So this did take me quite a while because I had to not only build out a scaffolding of foundation, but I had to double up the foundation underneath. So now we are doubled up all the way along. So if we were to look at this, say from over there or up there, this would look way more supported because it's now doubled up. Yeah, half this episode is going to be me showing you stuff. So I'm starting to do as well. I'm starting to do a little bit more in between episodes and such. So you know, in certain times, sometimes I just don't have the time for it. Not because I don't want to do it, I just don't have the time. Can't find the time to actually do this kind of stuff. There's our limestone train. I like how these are looking like they're supports for the ceiling as well. They look pretty good. Oh, that's hooked up back there still. Very nice. Been doing a lot of deletion as well. So yeah, started to kind of encapsulate that area as well with the foundations and whatnot. Oh, also, we ran out of plates finally. So I got rid of this chest. And then to get rid of all these rods, I went ahead and hooked up these two because I need to get rid of the masses amount of rods that. So I started sinking them. And we got quite a few tickets in here too. We got 8 tickets. So if we want to go shopping, we can. Oh, that's another thing. Let's go shopping real quick. So I had to, while I was doing some stuff, in order to put some belts in a very specific place, I had to buy roofs. So I did go ahead and buy roofs, which is architecture. Yeah, so I bought the roofs. This cost 10 tickets to buy. The 6 tickets here, I think. It's 6 and 4, I believe. Yeah, not that many. It does take a while to get up to that point, but. So we went ahead and did that, or I went ahead and did that. Also, I need to buy that. I've been needing that for a while. And last time, if you remember, we built we bought the street lights as well. I won't buy lights control. I don't need that. I'm not that fancy. Foundations. So we got 3. We could buy these. Do some interesting things with these, or we could buy something that we actually need. We got all the walls. Windows are not possible yet. Also got metal pillar sets. Again, industrial railing. That stuff we really don't need. The customizer would be nice, but I think we got it all. Oh, roof material. Tar. Maybe. So 3, that's 6. Okay, if we go with... We don't need any other walls, right? Architecture. No, we really don't need any of that. I can't wait to get this stuff. That'd be nice. Customizer. So we'll go with this, and then yeah, we'll go with foundation. This. So there's 8 right there. 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so we got some new stuff. Not there. Not there. Not there. There's that foundation stuff. I'll change that to concrete. Nice. I can't wait until they give us the bigger stuff as well. It's like, man, we need more build pieces. I think the only time you shouldn't add something to the game because it's already a mod is if the developers have personally tested the mod, and they'll go, yep, that's more than efficient. We'll just leave that alone. We won't add it to the game, or add it to the game if it's a nice one. You know, if it's a really good mod and you've thoroughly tested it and whatnot, then you should absolutely add. You should absolutely add that mod. There should be a little button up here that says mark all as red. Oops, that's fine. So yeah, we've with all those plates plus a bunch of other plates, which I'll let you know in a little bit, we've made this many reinforced platings. Also gonna get rid of this and get rid of this. And let me throw these screws in here as well. Okay. Cool. Because we're about to hook those up anyway. So another development that has happened, just moving our way down the city here, down the city blocks. Another development that has happened is another platform. I went ahead and did this one today. This one's slightly different than that one, just because of, if you remember, we had to make this block slightly smaller in order to fit the cable block where the cable is going to be made. And that needs to be redone anyway. But yeah, so just in order to fit that per the main street that goes around the city edge, we're going to start calling it, because it's no longer a city center. Maybe it'll become a city center eventually. Yeah, I need to redo all of these as well. So yeah, that's a new development. We'll actually go up here, because I did finish this somewhat. I got the rest of the roads put in, and the full blocks I managed to put down the 1 meter concrete pads. So we got 4 blocks worth of assemblers so far. We should be able to add more that way. Which would be nice. Like I said, half this episode's going to be me showing you all the stuff. So yeah, the assemblers are still not hooked up. I didn't get to there yet. It's because of a huge project I was working on. This is what took me many hours. I had to completely and utterly redo all of this. Our main bus supports. I had to completely and utterly redo it entirely. I had to just completely delete it, and I redid it. So while I was building it, or while I was working on something else, I was trying to work on putting the bus up the top, the belts and stuff up above those foundations there. Those foundations aren't going to stay, by the way. They're just there to place down the conveyor poles, and then once the conveyor poles are all placed, and then I'll remove them and put the supports back in. Because if you remember the conveyor poles, we had trouble placing those on these because they slide. Yep, they slide, so you're not able to lock them down. Yeah, you're not able to lock them down like a grid, and we want those up there straight. So, and while I was placing those up there, I was over by the concrete machine putting in the wall. So you remember the concrete factory over here? I was putting in the wall for this. Yeah, it's spoilers. But yeah, I was putting in the wall for this, and I was just like, man, that looks so good like that. You know? Get a nice, decent walking space, and I don't have to have these deals. So then I was just like, okay, well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to move these pillars. I'm going to move them back onto the actual sidewalk. And I was like, okay, that'd be perfect too, because when we paint our lines on here, we can have edge lines as well. For our blocks, we can have edge lines right up against the curb if we want. You know, stuff like that, right? Then that opened up another can of worms of having to completely redo this, and then that opened up the can of worms of completely and utterly redoing the plate factory. So you might notice the plate factory is surrounding in walls right now. Well, that's because I had to completely move all these machines. These machines were here, and the wall was going to go up against this edge here, kind of like it is right to what would it be like right here. So let's put in a wall for demonstrational purposes. So this is where the wall was going to be, right? For all of the factories, the wall was going to be up against there. And then you were going to, this is going to be the sidewalk, but it had these big pillars in the way. I mean, I was going to put smaller pillars in possibly, maybe later, and really didn't get to that, or was going to be able to get to that for quite a while, but we were going to get to that eventually. But with the pillars being here, this entire foundation is now a sidewalk. So this is what it's going to look like coming on down. All the factories are going to have a sidewalk going all the way around. Don't look at that. And we're going to completely get rid of all of this. These bumpers, I'm going to call them, they remind me of the bowling alley bumpers on the edge there. Alright, get out of there. So we got that. And yeah, as you can see, all these factories. So that's why I was trying to do this off camera, because I was basically redoing entire sections that we had already placed. We're going to do that today as well. That's what today's episode's going to be, is us completely redoing the factories around here. Because if we, in order to get assemblers going, we're going to have to get this main bus working and get it in place. So yes, we are going to have to do that entirely. Don't worry about that. But yeah, so then that also opened up a can of worms to completely redo this factory here. If you remember, this is where the copper is. So yeah, this is where our copper. Also, remember the rod machine I talked about? I talked about putting in more machines and just going all the way down. And that'd be just fine. Well, we got 10 machines now instead of 5. We got 10 machines. I've completely redid all of this as well. And then, So here's the factory, the copper factory. Look at this. It's not done yet, but it is getting there. I like these. These are lifts, by the way, and they got copper in them. But because of the spacing, because it was so small, I had to put these into the wall, which I think will look really good, being in the wall like that. Um, Unfortunately, I don't think that would work. No, it wouldn't work here. Unfortunately, it would not work like that. That's weird how it disappears like that. Look at this. Weird. Anyway, so yeah, that would not work like that. So I doubled up. So now we have 24 smelteries for copper. I know we don't need it, but in order to finish the walls and the roof and stuff, I had to get the logistics finished. So the logistics are finished. I don't have a way down there yet. But yeah, in order to get onto that catwalk, we have to go see. I got my own custom railing. Very nice. In order to get on that catwalk. So here's the catwalk. This allows you to just kind of inspect the machine maybe from the back or whatever. There's no real panels to access, but that's okay. Maybe we could put like a little TV or something. Act like we're accessing it. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. The railing does kind of clip into the thing there, but that's okay. And here's our power. So I don't know if this is going to be a permanent solution. I don't think it will be, but it'll be a permanent solution for now. Oh, and also since we just got... Didn't I just purchase? Oh, that's right. It's not going to be automatic. Double wall hole. I think it's... Let's see. I think it's right there. Oops. Actually think... Oh, wanted to connect. Hey! That does work. Sometimes. It's not perfected yet. Yeah, that can be our little wall connector now. So, I just got wall connectors, so now that's connected. It's trying to connect directly to that. That's weird. Alright, that ain't working as intended. There we go. I'll just reconnect that. It's just like, yeah, it's not working as intended. Unfortunately. Ah! The fuck? Okay, that'll work. Grab that one. Then we'll go over to here, and we'll connect this one up. These are going to be temporary connections. So there. And we'll disconnect that. Go through. Temporarily connect to that pole. Yeah, that's a temporary connection. Oh, don't worry about the glitching there. It's just the walls are slightly offset in order to make this this catwalk work like it should. Alright, cool. So yeah, there's that. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to be finalized, but that's why I had unlocked, or that's not why I had unlocked the roof. But we're going to temporarily put down a ladder as well, because we need to access the roof now. So I can show you the next part and where these lifts are going to. There we go. Got our fix-it factory ladder. So yeah. Can I get underneath this? Can I jump over? Yes, I can. Okay. So yeah, this is why I had to buy the roof, is because we needed these belts in place in order to access to the main hub. So, or the main hub to the main belt line. So we've got 6 belts coming out. The reason I have 6 belts is mainly just because we're working with Mark II right now, and I thought I'll just utilize everything. So that's 4 machines. And since we got 12, 4 goes into 12 3 times, so we got 3 on each side. So yep, they kind of follow the roof like air ducts up on the roof. So that works pretty well for me. And then they go over here and they go into this junction box, which I built. So yeah, only 3 of these mergers here. Only 3 of these mergers are actually utilized. Little secret from me to you. Only 3 of the mergers are utilized, but since they're so close together, clipping into each other and whatnot, I wanted it to look good, so I just put a 3x3 box here of. So what you do is you connect. So say you connect this merger onto this belt. You connect this merger, and this merger, right? So that 2 belts are merging into one on all three belts. And then once those are there, then you connect these. As you can see, this one. I don't know if we can see that. This one goes all the way to that 3rd merger on the right. And then this one goes to the middle merger, and then this one goes to the end merger right here. So yeah, it's this one, and this one. And then once you place these belts, then you go and place 2 there, 1 here, and then 2 here. And I did the same thing over here. You're probably wondering, what's this for? This is for steel. I wanted to pre-set it up and get it ready. So this block right here is going to be steel. That's where we're going to process our steel. We're going to have to bring in coal there once we get to that point, but I thought, I'll just plan for the future. Seems pretty good, right? Yep, so we got that. And then, of course, yep, we got the main belt line. And since I got 3 belts, I decided just to place all 3 of them. So yeah, even here, I moved the foundations back and the walls back 1 foundation. Almost fell off there. So I moved those back, and now we got a walkway all the way around. This one I had planned a lot better because I had space. So, and yeah, copper. We're gonna need a second copper factory. Of course, what I might do is I might just expand upon that one up top, or I may go somewhere else with a secondary copper factory. Because we're going to eventually need copper dust at the very end of the game, and copper dust needs a lot of coppers. Or probably that might be a separate facility. Copper dust be its own because it needs so much. But anyway, this is made big enough so we can have multiple things of iron, and I am going to stack this one. So it's just the copper one. Well, I probably won't stack this one. I'll probably get rid of the road and just expand even further and connect it up. So, yep. So there's that. That's all done. And of course, like I said, we got the main belt line. I am going to go over here before we jump down. So this is how I'm going to split off the lines. So this one's going for rods. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it down and then split it and then lift it back up and get it back on track. That's how I'm going to split these lines. So that, because you're probably thinking, oh, why are you doing that? You know, it could be way easier if you just split it where it's at. I'll show you why. Look how big the splitters are. And if you need 2 of these belts, and look how much room you're taking up, and it's insane. So I think this looks way cooler. So I got a bit of ingots in my inventory. Oh well. So yep. So what it's going to do is it's going to split, and then it's going to go down. And then I got 2 inputs of rods because I was thinking, if I either either I'll never get that recipe for cast screws, or maybe I just say the hell with it and I just don't use any alternate recipes for the simpler stuff. Just because to me it makes sense. Rods into screws, you got all thread, and then you take that all thread, you cut the all thread down, and weld basically a bolt head onto that, or gets cast that way. But you need all thread to start out with. You need all thread, melt it down into a cast of screw and nut and stuff like that. I don't know. It kind of makes sense, and it also kind of doesn't. It's just one of the things. By the way, the reason I'm not connecting the small pillars between here and there, I've redone those as well. There's now just one instead of several. It's just because we need the metal beams in order to slope that, so I just went ahead and left it alone. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. Yeah, so it's gonna come in, and I'm gonna use the mergers like this. So you can use mergers like this if you need to connect the left to a right-hand corner and it's not working. You can just put a merger or a splitter, whichever way you want. I use mergers because I needed the side input, but also being able to output at a 90-degree angle. So that's what mergers are good for. Splitters, you can't do that because there's only one input, and it's in line with the output. So you want to use mergers for this style. And then I just got I went ahead and went with non-covered lists because I want you to be down on the street and being able to see the materials going up and down throughout there. I thought that sounds pretty damn cool. So except for here, these need to be covered lifts because I'm going to be putting these in frameage at some point, and I'm going to go frames all the way across. Okay, so you're probably also wondering, everything looks kind of taller, so your inputs are going to be taller. I don't know if you were wondering that, but yes. So our inputs were here. Inputs and outputs were going to be here, right? Well, there's a freaking problem with that because if we put our foundation, this foundation is going to be the bottom. The bottom of the foundation is going to be the bottom of the frame. It goes all the way across, right? So let's demonstrate that. So this is where it would be before, right? So I'm looking at this and I'm looking at the power poles and I'm going, that looks a little low. And then and I'm like, okay, well let me test the lights. Maybe the lights are just underneath it. Maybe it'll be fine. Organization. I'm like, okay. Oh, I can't afford it. Oh, I need a quick wire, and I threw that quick wire away. I placed a pole and then I threw the quick wire away because I completely forgot. But anyway, I guess we'll back. Actually, here. Will that work? No. Shit. Okay, we'll just stand back here. So as you can see, look, these would be in the frames. This is the problem I had before. I also had this problem with my first base, my first city. I had a problem because I had the frames doing very similar to what we're doing now, and the frames had gone above and the light was inside the frame, and it was because the frame does block light, it's casting shadows, and it just wasn't working. Um, so I'm like, okay, great. Now I'm gonna have to lift everything. But then I thought, that's not so bad. Um, it's gonna take hours worth of work, but I'll go ahead and redo it. So I was just like, that's not so bad because this is going to be the next floor. So if we need more plates, this is going to be the floor to do it. That's going to be the marker that we'll connect to for the second floor. So, and that works really darn well with that. So very nice. I'm also tempted to um, I'm tempted to get rid of this wall and do this. Because if I'm gonna put windows in these things, you need a divider on the floor. So then you would do this. Just like that. Then it offsets it by 1. So if you have windows in here, then you have a divider for each floor. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Oops. I need to delete all that. That should not take very long. And the smart mod has been very, very helpful as well with a lot of this stuff. It would have taken me many hours more had I not had the smart mod. So we just because normally you can only do this one strip. That's it. And normally it's either this or it's this. But with the smart mod, I can do these. And plus I can build a lot more at once. So yeah, that'll work. Maybe. No, that probably won't work. I'll have to actually set it up normally, but then I gotta offset it by 1, I think. Offset it by 1 going up, because if we go to put a door in here, or a window, it's not gonna look good. Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, yeah, we'll fix that. But anyway, so that's pretty much all the stuff that was new. Like I told you, half the episode was going to be me just showing off. Showing off all the work. I mean, I have to, though, because I've been working at this for many, many hours, and if I didn't show you guys would be like, oh, why didn't you show all that new stuff? You just kind of left it off to the side. I'd be mad too. Oh yeah, since I'm removing these, I also removed the ones in the middle of this road too. So it's just like, yeah, we're just not going to need them. So we'll start off by removing these. Plus that saves some work to do later, and things look much cleaner, I think. I mean, with the sidewalk or with this extra bin, it's not too bad, but I just need to get rid of these. So yeah, they just need to go. I'm glad I didn't have them everywhere. Just along the main road. So that's pretty good. Oop. So I guess, yeah, the rest of this episode is going to be dedicated to us just kind of redoing some things. So I want to get, but I do want to get this plate machine hooked up. So we'll do some new stuff and see if we can even get to redoing some of the old stuff. And I'll continue, if I got time, I'll continue to work on this between episodes. Probably not going to have time between the next set of episodes. It'll probably be this weekend when I go off and do my own, do more of this rebuilding stuff. When I do more of this. So, but because like I said, we got a holiday coming up, so I'm gonna have to record episodes back to back to back essentially. Because if I don't, I'm gonna get behind, and then I'm gonna be like, I can't put out videos for you guys for the holidays because not everybody has family to visit during the holidays, which is sad. Hopefully you got a good family to hang out with for the day, or maybe you hate your family. There are those types of people too, and that's okay. Maybe you just don't want to hang out with your family because of reasons and such. Don't have to go into it. But yeah, all sad and all kind of not fun. Yeah, and because of those cases, I would like to have some kind of entertainment for those specific people, or we just have some time over the holiday. I know I probably won't be, but I probably won't. That's why I'm doing all of this. Kind of doing all this before the weekend or before the holiday coming up on the 24th. But regardless of your situation, uh, regardless of any situation, hopefully you'll have a good Thanksgiving. Yeah. Plus, it sounds terrible with walking on these. Not happy with it. Plus, yeah, like I said, too small of a sidewalk. Um, way too small. Okay, I think those are all removed. Let's look at our mini map as well. Should look pretty darn cool. Oh wait, we can't see. Those are too tall now. That's actually not too upset with that. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't know if I'll stack the rods or not. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm gonna be stacking rods. Concrete I'll probably stack, so we need to get the wall set up for that. Okay, because concrete's going to be the next one we set up too. Um, so I'm just going to straight up remove these entirely. Okay. Straight up remove those. We need iron. Geez, that's a lot of iron rods and iron plates. Oh, and I don't have any more plates. Crap. Because I don't have one making anything. I don't even have those plates. Unfortunate. I guess I could temporarily hook up some iron. Let me put a ladder up to one of these. Architecture. That worked out really well. I'm probably going to have to remove that pillar to get rid of that ladder. Or remove a bit of it anyway. Can I reach that other ladder from here? Oh. Oh. Aha! I win. Yeah, let me temporarily hook up some iron here. You know what? Well, yeah, I gotta move that. I gotta move that up a bit. Yeah, let's fix this first. So this is the conundrum that I had fought all weekend. I guess temporarily. Yes, technically it was a weekend. So yeah, I had fought this just going back and forth between projects. Yeah. I'm just gonna remove all this. And the wall around it will have to be removed as well. And we need to move that. Okay. So now we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, just like that. So our foundation has to be just about this. So right there. How are we going to make that work? Could move it up a bit, I suppose. Like if we were to put this in there. And we put our foundation back. Yeah, we're just going to do this. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. I like that. It's not too bad. And again, yeah, we'll have to do that all the way around the building, but that is okay with me. So now we're going to do this, and do that. Okay. And then we are going to transportation, what am I doing? Walls, that's what I need. So I'm going to do double inputs and double outputs. Just because I know that at some point in the game we're going to run into a problem. So if I plan for a double output, we can put off that problem quite a bit longer. Yeah, that works. We put our foundation all the way across, like that. So yeah, these are not going to be permanent. We're going to put framings here instead, but we're going to put it there temporarily so I can put down our belts and such. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you do. So yeah, this is how I was doing it. Of course, before I had that ramp over here still that I had was using to get up on top of the walls and on top of the pillars and things. And then I removed that, and now I regret removing that. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna have a double input. Let's fix this one first. So what I did to hook this up, it's gonna drop this. So we get rid of the foundation, and because the lift is so close to the foundation, I just didn't even worry about logistics. Covered lift. I didn't even worry about a floor hole. There's no point when it's that close, you know. I suppose we could do this one. So if you just remember, oops, that's a wall hole. It's a mod. If you just remember, if you want to know where to put your floor holes, see how the floor hole is clipping into the wall slightly. I mean, it's not turned yellow, but it's clipping to the wall. If you go one back, and then if you have two, just place the middle one, as if you're going to use it, and place it like that, and then remove that one, and then remove the foundation, because we're down on the ground here. And then we use, I might use a regular lift, that way you can kind of see the materials coming in, so we got points where we can look where we know things are working. So there. To there. Come on. There we go. Now we use the camera to connect it. Good. I don't know. Like I said, it's so close that honestly there was no point in doing that. That's okay though. We get to show off a neat little trick. Alright, so yeah, one belt is going to go down here, which is going to go to the lower floor, and then the other input belt is going to go to the upper floor. That's how I'm going to place it. But yeah, we don't need this floor hole because that's going to go up. Yeah, that works. That works. So yeah, let's. So now that we got that connected, let's go ahead and use our ladder here to get up. Our hidden ladder. If only this ladder was colored different. You're supposed to be able to color. Aha. See if we color it. Yeah. Now it's a ladder. Ladder. You know, and we don't have to remove it because it's blended in. I mean, you can still see it with the yellow stripe stuff, but honestly, I don't mind that. I may leave that there. Seems like an easy way of getting up and down. Oh, I'm crouched for some reason. Okay. So yeah, and I got all of these removed from the foundation so that it doesn't work, or so that it works. Oh, and just for demonstration purposes. So if you have this here, okay, and let's say, I'm going to put a conveyor lift right along the line here. See what happens. I mean, sometimes you can lock it, and sometimes you can't, so. Especially if there's nothing nearby. But yeah, you see how it free slides even though it's on foundations? Yeah, so I just went ahead and removed all these, and just to make it easy on myself. So yeah, so the first one I'm going to find there. Okay. And then yeah, when they're up here, I'm going to use open belts. Just so we can see everything. We can see all of our materials. Very nice. Oops. See, I'm going to use every single support. Just to make it look good. And there we go. We're going to have 2 more belts along this line as well. Once we get past here, we do need to set up a similar thing that we did over here. So this is how I'm going to show you how to hook these up. So yeah, we want here and here. That'll work. And then we're going to grab the so I'm going to grab the conveyor lift. I guess since I got the other side, but this is how I did it in the first place. Go until it turns blue or white in this case. Okay. Now go ahead and go down. So then I know exactly where to put this. So oops, that's the wrong thing. So it needs to go right there. It needs to go right like that. Okay. Now go ahead and remove the belt, or remove the lift. Oh, so that conveyor merger did not get placed correctly. I thought I had it rotated correctly, but apparently not. It's like, well, we know where it goes. Take our conveyor lift. There we go. Just had to reverse it. Just like that. Then we take another splitter. It goes like that. Yep. So there we go. And they're now exactly hooked in where they should be. This is going to be concrete, by the way. We'll take our cover belt, go from there to there, and here to there. So yeah, they're not going to have any stands out here. Just because of it's all going to be framing. So it'll look like it's supported for the most part. Oh, whoops. That was the wrong one. Let's try that again. There we go. That's better. So yeah, that's why you use mergers instead of splitters. For that, if you want to do a 90-degree run, unless you're using a splitter, unless you're coming in, you only need one input coming in from one direction, you can do that as well. This will look a little bit weird when you're up here, but I don't think we'll ever be up here to really see it, so I don't think it's a big deal. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I thought so. Unfortunately, in order to make that work, I'd have to redo the belts there and here as well, which I cannot do because of the splitter action I got going on over here. So yeah, I think we'll double stack it, but we won't put windows. Oops. We won't put windows on our concrete factory. It'll just be a concrete box. Same with the rods. The rods we might put windows in, but yeah, the concrete factory is going to be multi-floor, but we're not going to put that in there. But yeah, here's the reason, right? Over here, we can sneak through. Ah, ow. So yeah, so what I did was in order to split this, so it's one belt, and then it goes into a splitter in order to take a 90-degree corner, because a merger wouldn't work, because I need an output like that. So I used a splitter, and then used a lift to get it up to the height, and then used another splitter, and then put it in like that. So, and then that belt from the outside is connected directly to the splitter instead of the wall. So that works like that. Very nice. So yeah, that's how I did that one. So the inputs come in there, and then kind of lift downwards, and then go across, and then the outputs, because it's backwards from what it should be. Luckily, we don't have to worry about that for over here, because our inputs are down below. Yeah, so we got to get concrete all the way up there. That's our goal. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a foundation all the way across, probably. I mean, we are going to have a second floor, but that might be a little too high. We'll see. Also, I figured out some things. So there's this new thing. I don't know if it's new. It's new to me. We'll say that. This is new to me, okay? There's this new thing for me that's with SmartMod where it's got an options panel, which I've never seen before. So if we hit slash, which is the question mark right next to the right shift, we can pull up this entire menu here. So yeah, we're going to pull up the entire menu, and I turned off auto connect splitters between mergers and poles and auto connect to buildings. Also, this option right here, the auto connect set space / level / offset, this Yeah, this is what's causing that issue, with you not being able to um, and it doesn't allow you to pull the splitters apart or the mergers apart any further when they're trying to connect to machines. So this tries to auto set it, and that's the problem I was having. I also turn off. I'm going to be turning off these turning on and off these periodically. So yeah, so you know that problem where we can only place like one line and then go up, and then place the other line and go up with our splitters to get the splitters up in the air. So now I can do this. You want to turn off the auto connect between mergers and splitters, otherwise you'll have a bunch of belts to delete as well on top of that. So yeah, so the wall is going to be here. So yeah, we'll just go here. It's fine. Now we're gonna hit H so it stays. I love that feature. That's one of my favorites for the smart mod. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're gonna go P. We're gonna hold down the P key so I can take a piss. And then we're gonna separate it out all the way across. So now I can separate them. Then we're gonna hold Shift and Z at the same time. Go up 2, 3. Oh, okay, never mind. Just hold on a second. I need rods. Which we can go over here and grab. These machines should be full of them. I don't know why sometimes the sounds start and sometimes they don't. I'm also having trouble with auto stacking containers. It might be because of the smart mod, but oh, conveyor merges also take plates. I don't have any plates. Okay, we'll fix that first then. And see, this is what I mean by going back and forth between projects. Yeah, I either used all of my plates to do what I have built here, and I've used all the other plates, all the iron plates from all those machines that were in here that I deleted and had to replace. We used all of those in making reinforced plating. So all this is all Mark II, by the way, which took forever, but I was doing a lot of other in between as well. So it didn't seem that long. But had I been standing there, it would have. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to take this belt here. We're just going to go all the way across. Just like that. And all the way across. This episode's going to be a little bit longer than normal. Even though, yeah, we didn't get a whole lot of progress done, I did spend like half of the episode showing off what I had done. Which I will do from time to time, you know. If I do a bunch all by myself. All by my lonesome. Then I will show it off. But yeah, at some point we're going to need so many screws. And if we don't use that alternate recipe, we're going to need a we're going to need double belts of pretty much everything, I think. Because you do hit a point where you need so much material that if you don't make a new factory, it's going to be insane. So, anyway. So we got that there. Okay, let's go ahead and take our belts. One more. A lot of belts to be placed. And after this, I do want to test something to see if it'll work. I need some more reinforced plating, I suppose. But I need to get these plates hooked up first. Because we're going to need iron. Oh, oops. Yeah, here. Accidentally misplaced that one. So yeah, this is going to go well past our input, but we need to completely redo screws anyway. So for now, we're kind of screwed on putting inputs to the screws. Pun intended. I'm terrible, I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, we already did put a thing there. Wait, is that correct? That's not correct. Ew. Okay, you know what? Instead of doing that and then having to climb back up, I'll have to climb back up anyway. Oops. Gotta remove that. There we go. That wasn't quite at the level it should have been. Yeah. So yeah, these foundations, like I said, these foundations are only temporary. It's just so we can place down our belts. Whoa, the lag. Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and remove this and this. And I want to find the two other belts that aren't being used. So this one's being used. So go ahead and remove this belt, and we could only tell that from underneath. Well, I guess we could tell it from above too, but can I grab? Nope. There's a lot of falling in my game. So yeah, this is how I do it, or how I'm gonna do it. Okay. I'm gonna grab this, even though it's so close. I'm gonna put it here anyway. Because these poles, believe it or not, these poles are also temporary. These poles aren't staying here, but they're there so that we can hook up the lift. So yeah, you want to place them, I believe, one backwards. So then we're going to go ahead and grab our. We're going to grab a conveyor lift. I mean, it don't really matter which way it goes, but it's just there so we can temporarily, or so we can find the place for our conveyor splitter. So the conveyor splitter needs to face along with the belt, and it looks like it's going to line up directly with our other sting. So, yep. And then we're going to do it. This one's going to be here. So yeah. And then we'll go ahead and disconnect that, and then we'll rehook it back up so that it's hooked up correctly. So we get that snap. Yep, gotta have that snap in there. This is facing the wrong way. Why does it do that sometimes? I never know why it does that sometimes. It just decides that it's going to rotate right as you place it. Even though you do a copy. Okay. So that one is there, that one is there. I'm actually going to do a covered lift here, just to hook it up. There we go. I mean, we're going to do covered lifts anyway, but... Okay. We're going to hook that one up to there, and then we're going to hook this one up to there. And they should be in line with each other, which it looks like they are. Yep, they do look straight. I'll remove that. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do, or we're gonna leave that, and then take our lift here. Go it the other way. Didn't think about that, did I? We can use this old trick here. Well, that's a splitter. You know, I don't think it matters, to be honest. I don't think it matters. Just a regular lift. Yeah, you know what? I don't think it'll be okay. Oh, don't tell me that splitter's facing the wrong direction. I think it is. Yep, it sure is. Fuck. I thought I rotated that correctly. I can't see which way it's gonna go. How did I hook it up then? What? Sometimes these damn things can be really finicky, and it can get really irritating. Ah, fuck. Wait, what happened to this lift? That lift just broke. For some reason. Yeah, it's like breaking. Why is it breaking? It's trying to hook up to this, I can see. I'm gonna remove this then. And we'll just have to rehook it back in, but... Oh, it's trying to hook to the lift too. Stop it. I don't want it to be broken, but I want to be able to see the materials in there. Oh, it's hooking to this? Okay. I don't know what it's trying to hook to. Stop hooking to things. Okay. Because I'll just tuck that in. Like that. Oh, it breaks. That one also breaks. What? That one wasn't broken a little bit ago. Oh, that's kind of annoying, actually. If it directly hooks in. It was working a minute ago, and now it's not. Yeah, see, now it's broken. Now it's broken fully. What if I change it to a covered lift instead? Okay, there we change it back to right there. Nope, still broken. That sucks. Okay, we'll just... It's fine. It is what it is, I suppose. Whatever. Can I... Nope. I was gonna say, can I grab it? Alright, so now we'll go ahead and hop back up here. We're gonna get rid of our these. Yeah, get rid of those. And then just want the regular ones. Belts are taking me away. Alright, and there's our 2 iron. Yep, and they're gonna go down there and see they're being split. And it is hooked up correctly. So, yep, we got iron in there, and yep, we got iron in there. Good. So I'll go ahead and check. I'll have to go down to check for that. A little bit of lag going on. I do not know why. It's fine. But yeah, we're getting iron, yep. Getting iron. I'll check the very ends. Jeez. I don't know why that particular train station has to be a million times louder than it. I think it's because the sound output that comes from the station is right at the top and we're right above that, so that's why that's so loud. Which is unfortunate. That is the way it is, though, I suppose. I think I got too many of these in there. I'll remove that. And that'll give us some plates back as well. I just have too many, I think. Then I want to put this conveyor lift like a little further over. A little further over. Oops. I think that's the only thing I actually do hate is the conveyor lift stacker. Or using the smart mod to do it, because it's so annoying. To me it is, anyway. It can be really rather annoying. But there we go. So I'm going to disconnect these 2 real quick. Oh, we already did that one. There we go. And you can kind of see some products coming in. It's going to take a while to actually back up. Iron plate. Okay. But yeah, now that we've got that, so we'll get the iron plates working and then we'll call it, I think. So if we like put that there, actually, I'm going to put it here instead. We'll just follow this line up into where we would put this here. And again, like I said, this power solution, oops, should be doing this. This power solution is temporary, so. Because I might have a better solution later. And as we unlock more stuff, yeah, we might have an even better solution later on as well. Okay, cool. I'll just take this. I'm just going to take this directly over to here so we don't have a million poles. Power's on this side. I misplaced that one, I think. Just the last one. Oh, here we go. Loud noises. Okay. So these are all... Are we not getting any? Oh, we are. It's not going into the machine. It's kind of stuck. It's filling the lifts, but it's not filling the machines. What? Oh, it should be filling this anyway. Oh, that's right. They don't take if they don't have electricity. I forgot about that. So we're gonna go Control C, hold down, run this way for a moment, then come back. B, 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 B. B, 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 and B. Yeah. So now they're all iron plates. Okay, now we're going to hook it up to electricity. Yeah, see, it does automatically. I thought it did. Oh, well, I guess if I want to double, that's not going to work. I'll probably do it like, I don't know, just underneath the floor there. That way it's nice up, it's up nice and high. Yeah, that connection there is temporary. That one, I don't know if it'll be permanent or not, we'll see. But the one going across the road like that is temporary because we're going to have light poles and things, so there is that. Yeah, those are now hooked up, so we're making plates again, at least. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it quits for now, because we do need to go on to the next episode. Because, like I said, I'm recording episodes back to back to back to back to back. I'm going to be very, very busy today. But yeah, so yeah, that's all the time I'm going to allow this for this episode. Next episode, we won't have to explain anything, luckily. Just this one I had done a lot, so there's that. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. And until next time, when we do some more kind of rejiggering of our city here, kind of get everything to this business model, this building model. I was going to say business model, but get everything to this building model here. We'll get that all set up and whatnot. But yeah, until then, I guess it's a goodbye.